Given the following graph, solve the inequalities and write your answer in interval notation. Part A is asking where f of x is less than 0. So remember that f of x is the same as y. So this is basically like asking where are the y values less than 0, which means we are looking for the portion of the graph that is below the x-axis. So if we were below the x-axis, we are in quadrants 3 or 4. So if you were to highlight the portions of the graph that lie under the x-axis, you can see we have this portion of the graph here, which is from x values that are going from negative infinity until negative 2. Notice that negative 2 here, that's where we have a y value of 0. And then there's another portion of the graph over here. This entire portion of the graph lies under or below the x-axis, so the y values are negative there as well. So our answer is going to be an interval, or in this case, 2 intervals of x values. So we're going to have x values from negative infinity to negative 2. And we're going to use a parenthesis on negative 2 because remember, right here at x equals negative 2, the y value is 0, and we want to have y values that are less than 0, not equal to 0. But then we also want the right-hand portion of the graph, which starts right here at this vertical asymptote. Now that vertical asymptote, I'll write VA for vertical asymptote, that has the equation of x equals 2. And remember that the graph cannot touch or intersect the vertical asymptote, which means that the x value will never actually equal 2. So we'll use a parenthesis on that because the x value cannot equal 2. And then that's from 2 to positive infinity. So there are 2 portions of this graph, 2 intervals, where the y values are less than 0. Now part B is almost the same thing, but this time it's asking where f of x is a less than or equal to 0. So that still means we want the portion of the graph that is below the x-axis in quadrants 3 and 4, but this time we also want to include any y values that are equal to 0, which means right here at x equals negative 2, we want to include that x value. So the answer is almost the same as part A, but it's going to be from negative infinity to negative 2 with a bracket, so we can include that negative 2. Now, the right-hand interval, the second interval, which is from 2 to infinity, that will stay a parenthesis from 2 to infinity. And again, that parenthesis, remember, is because at x equals 2, there was that vertical asymptote, and you can never intersect a vertical asymptote. So x will never equal 2. That's why you're going to have a parenthesis on that. So 2 intervals for this answer as well. Now, part C is asking where f of x is greater than 0. So now the portion of the graph that is above the x-axis means we want the portions of the graph that are in quadrants 1 or quadrants 2. So the only portion of this graph that is above the x-axis is this portion here that I have highlighted in blue. So that is going to, again, start at that x value of negative 2, but because we want greater than 0, not equal to 0, we're not going to include x equals negative 2, so we'll use a parenthesis on that. And then this blue portion of the graph gets really, really close to x equals 2, but remember, it never touches it. So we will use a parenthesis on positive 2 as well. So x is an element of the interval from negative 2 to 2. Once again, let me explain that x is an element symbol. That is not really necessary. You don't absolutely have to write x as an element like that. You could just do the parenthesis negative 2 to 2. But the reason why it's nice to put it here is because if you were to just write negative 2, comma 2, on your paper, the person reading your paper does not have any idea whether you mean the interval from negative 2 to 2, or do you actually mean the coordinate when x is negative 2, y is positive 2, like a point on the graph. And that's actually not what we mean in this particular context. So by writing x is an element, we're just being really clear and telling the reader or whoever's reading our work that this is an interval of x values. Part D asks where f of x is greater than or equal to 0. So like part C, that's looking for the portions of the graph that are above the x-axis, but also equal to 0, meaning we'll include the point that is on the x-axis. So once again, that means we would now include x equals -2. That's the point that is on the x-axis where the y value is equal to 0. So that'll be a bracket on the -2. But once again, we will always put a parenthesis on +2. And the reason for that, looking at the graph, is we have that vertical asymptote at x equals 2, and the graph will never intersect the vertical asymptote.